Good morning, everyone. And since the theme lately is me turning into an angry old trucker, I'm here to tell you I've done more miles in reverse than you've done going forward, all right? So now that we've got that out of the way, boy, I'm still on my little empty trek here across the country to Colorado. I got 800 miles to go. I've been having a little trouble sleeping, a little bit, so I was unable to fall asleep at any reasonable time last night. So I'm starting later in the day. It's 7 a.m. now, and I'm not sure what to do about that. I just can't get comfortable back there right now. I guess that happens, but that's the cool thing about this company. So much stuff is like drop and hook. It's very rare that we're on any kind of set schedule, so it screws me, right? It definitely screws me because I could be getting to where I'm going a lot sooner. But hey, maybe one day we'll calm down and we'll be able to get some sleep back there, huh? Maybe so, but that's all right. That's how it goes sometimes. I roll around, I'm like, nothing's comfortable, what do I do? And it's just really, it's not a lot of fun. It's not a whole lot of fun, but that's okay. So yeah, we're just getting ready to roll out. I'm near Boise, and we'll bang out most of this today. It's 800 to go. We should get about 500 at least, but it's a little longer than that because I'm gonna run it through Colorado, like Grand Junction, over the mountains and all that, because one thing I do know is you don't want to run an empty trailer across Wyoming unless you want to tip over. So I didn't even bother to check the weather over there and be like, well, is it windy or what am I gonna do? We're just gonna run it through there. But my GPS is being ridiculous and acting like I-70 doesn't even exist. So when I get closer, I'll either readjust that or I'll use Google Maps to get me on the right track. I know for the most part how you get there, but you get down to Spanish Fork, I believe it is, and then there's a little like state highway that cuts across to I-70, and I don't remember which that one is. So it's only a little bit longer to go that way, but you get the point. I gotta figure it out. But beats the shit out of being turned over sideways in Wyoming, right? I think so. So anyways, not much else going on right now. I'm just getting up, getting ready. Got my cappuccino, got my vape, and we'll hit the road. I'm gonna try to find a blue beacon that's not too busy on the way there, get the truck washed and get this trailer washed out, and that'll be that. That'll be good for both of them. So that's all I got planned today, guys. Drive, blue beacon, shower, drive some more, roll around in bed all night, try to sleep. Same old thing every day. We'll talk to you guys soon. Oh, it won't focus, but right in the middle of the parking lot is where this guy went to bed. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, curtains closed and just parked right there in the entrance. To come into the truck stop. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I love it. Yeah, never seen anything quite like that. But anyways, I think we found us a blue beacon here. I think a lot of times this one has a really long line, so if it's too long, I might just pass it up. But I'm not seeing anything over there. Looks like we've got plenty of. Yeah, there's one truck. Oh, this damn school bus got in front of me. How about this? You guys ever see this? Let me get turned around here. This damn school bus was behind me and they got in front of me to get washed. But you guys ever see the pickup at the blue beacon? Because yeah, he can't go take that big rig through a normal car wash, right? No. He's got to come to the blue beacon, get himself cleaned up. Yeah, oh yeah. Gotta do that. So anyways, looks like I got a little bit of a wait, but it's not the worst thing ever. Damn, this bus, sneaky little sucker right there, got in front of me. Oh well. I've been here for an hour and 9 minutes and I'm still behind the school bus that hasn't pulled in. The pickup is getting washed right now and it's just not a lot of fun. I'm having a problem with my phone since I got the new Android software update. I think it's a feature, but when you're a trucker, it's definitely a bug. It when it loses signal, it will go into this like it will try to get signal back, and it'll lose signal, and it'll do it over and over, and then that forces the phone into like this boot loop where it just keeps rebooting over and over. And where I was sitting 10 feet back there, I kept losing signal and my phone just kept rebooting, and it was super frustrating. I was like, man, what do I do for an hour and 10 minutes just sitting around here waiting to go in? But this is why I try not to do Blue Beacon. Now, my company has a contract at Blue Beacon. They said if I go somewhere else, they'll reimburse me. I should have went somewhere else. From now on, I think I will. I like to keep a little cash in the truck. And so I think I will go somewhere else, send them the receipt, and have them reimburse me, because I think the guy behind me is leaving. He just pulled out. He's like, I can't sit here all day. And that makes perfect sense. I would maybe do the same if I hadn't already invested an hour into this. You know, the old sunken cost fallacy. I'm already committed to it, baby. I gotta stay. But actually, there's really no way for me to leave anyways. I'm in here. I'm stuck. There's nowhere to go. I don't know, man. I don't know. We're just sitting around here waiting, just watching life pass us by. But that was super frustrating when my phone kept losing connection. Is anyone else having that problem? I think it makes sense if, like, you're a person that lives somewhere and has a normal job and you're always kind of in the same area. You know, if your phone is having trouble connecting, a logical step is to reboot it. So I think they added the feature of, well, we'll just reboot it automatically. Well, when you're a trucker, sometimes you'll spend hours with your phone just rebooting over and over and over until it starts working. But I guess that's all I got to bitch about today. For now, the day's still young, but it's getting a little older, just like me, as we go. But yeah, I guess that's my complaint for the moment. Talk soon. Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? It's good to see you. Good to see you. Maybe we'll go daily videos again. I haven't really decided. Right now, I'm feeling motivated, and we were kicking ass, right? Putting out those daily videos. So we'll see how it goes, what I decide to do. But looks like we've got 2 days back to back. So, hey, I don't want to force any videos, but hey, if I'm feeling motivated, I'm feeling motivated, and we'll put out a video. So first thing I want to say, guys, is I lied to you. I did, and I feel very bad, but I did. I lied. I went through Wyoming. So I went back and I did actually go look at the weather, and they're looking at wind gust of like 14 miles per hour. I said, okay, I'm trying to get my shoe off here. Okay, 14 miles per hour, we can do that empty, we can handle that. So that's what we did. It's I hate Wyoming with a passion, but it was definitely the more direct route. So it's kind of been a rough trip back because I wanted to go to that casino that I was mad about yesterday in yesterday's video. And that added extra time on the trip, and I would have never done that had I known the truck parking was gone. But that all got screwed up. So what can you do about it? So, and then, like I said, I've been having a little bit of trouble sleeping. Sometimes that happens. You know how it is. It's my, you know, my lower back sometimes hurts at night, and I'm like, I can't figure out how to get comfortable here. So anyways, I guess I'm turning into an old trucker thing is definitely coming true. So who needs nicotine? Me? Yeah, me. Delicious nicotine. Anyways, guys, I want to talk about kind of a funny internet phenomena today, but I'm going to put it in kind of trucker terms. But we've all been there, even if you're not a trucker, even if you've never had a conversation with a trucker. We've all been in this kind of funny situation, and I'll explain how it spills over into trucking and sort of a weird thing that goes on in trucking. So so bear with me as I try to get through it. But have you guys ever heard of an internet tough guy? It's normally when you're like maybe you're involved in a minor disagreement with somebody on the internet, and for some reason it escalates, and then they're like, I'm gonna come kick your ass. That's what I'm gonna do. It's the last ditch effort, the last go-to for like, hey, this is the only way I know how to win this argument, or how I know how to, you know, I don't know. I'm not really sure, because I don't really have I'm not the smartest person in the world. I am half redneck, that is a fact, but I don't really have that primitive brain, right, where I'm like, I don't understand stuff, so I start punching, you know. That would be super weird. And a lot of the world's kind of moving on past that. That's I mean, a lot of people will still defend themselves if they need to, things like that, right? But a lot of the world is moving past this whole punchy attitude, and it just looks silly anymore. It just looks really goofy when you're like, oh, you don't like what I just had to say? I'm gonna kick your ass then, and then nothing ever happens. It's kind of funny. I don't know if it's funny or sad. Maybe tragic is a better word. Use your words, fellas. Use your words, right? But, you know, you kind of, I guess sometimes you lose track of that and you forget your words. And not to say that I haven't been guilty of that myself. There have been a few times over my life where I've gone back and forth with people and just found myself frustrated. And I'm not going to say I've never told anyone I'm going to come kick your ass. Like, it was stupid. It's looked as stupid as it sounds, right? But I definitely have done that in my life on an occasion or two. Something I sort of talked about in yesterday's video, though, is I like to look back and reflect on things and say, maybe I could have done that better. Maybe there's a different way to handle these things. And I try to refrain from making dumb threats of violence on the internet these days. But kind of a funny one in trucking is the mythical Fuel Island. Fuel Island, you better watch out with that mouth on the internet, boy. I'm gonna catch you on Fuel Island. And you know what that means? Well, I'll tell you exactly what it means. Fuel Island is exactly what it sounds like. It's not an island, okay? For my non-trucker friends, it's all the fuel pumps at the truck stop. That's it. People fuel up their trucks, or they park there and they go in and grab lunch or a shower or whatever they feel like doing. But the main point of Fuel Island is to fuel up your truck. Give it a little go juice so it can keep on rumbling down the road, right? But some people have it in their head that Fuel Island is this crazy place where all the brawls happen. That's where all the punching happens out here in trucking, right? That's where all the punching goes on. I've been doing this for 10 years. I have been to thousands of Fuel Islands, and I have heard thousands of threats either aimed at me or aimed at other people. I'm gonna catch you on Fuel Island, and I have never ever seen a fight break out on Fuel Island. Not once in my life have I seen it. I think it's made up. But it's so goofy. Like, wait till I catch you on Fuel Island, and then you're supposed to, oh God, I'm shaking. Oh God, Fuel Island, you say? Oh shit. And then you run. You're like, I didn't mean for him to go to Fuel Island. Oh, and you're just losing your mind. That's not a thing that happens. It's not a thing. But it is very silly. It's a very silly thing. Just recently, I had a guy that, like, isn't a trucker that was like, oh, you're gonna get your teeth knocked out on Fuel Island or something weird like that. And I don't know what he thinks goes on in trucking, but it's not that. There's no punching on Fuel Island. I can absolutely promise you that. It's so weird. What do you guys that are not truckers, what do you think of us? Really? We're just all a bunch of punchy cavemen? Is that what you think? We're all just out there sweaty and stinky and covered in diesel, rubbing our bellies together and rolling around on Fuel Island. That's just where all the violence happens. Big old scary Fuel Island, right? What do you guys think of us? Come on now. I guess kind of another funny, because I have a YouTube channel, guys, if you didn't know. So sometimes people find their buttons pushed by, like, my silly little harmless YouTube channel. And one guy was telling me, well, why don't you meet me between the trailers then? Nobody has to know. No, sir, no. You commit your felonies in front of the camera, okay? You need to be out here in front of the cameras committing your felonies. I'm not gonna sneak off between a trailer with you so you can assault me. Are you crazy? And if there's like a psychopath that's like so upset that they watched a YouTube video that they didn't like, and they're like, meet me between the trailers, you can bet that guy's got a chloroform rag. Absolutely. We'll go back there. you're going to wake up in a pit in his living room getting sprayed by the garden hose. Put the lotion in the basket! And you're going to be like, what the fuck just happened? All I did was step between some trailers. Oh my God. some real nutty people out there. Some real crazy people. But I guess speaking in more general terms, I concede that I too in my life have been guilty of the same kind of primitive behavior. I am not perfect. I am a flawed person, and I try every day to be better. I try every day to be better. Some days I fuck up. Some days are not my best days. But hey, I try, right? But it's just, some of this stuff just makes me speechless. I don't know what I'm even supposed to say next, right? Telling somebody you're going to kick their ass on the internet is literally the least threatening thing you could ever do, right? I'm gonna come get you, and when I do, I'm gonna beat you up real good. Okay, all right. And there's nothing wrong, truckers, with being chubby and being out of shape. It comes with the territory. I'm getting a little chunky myself, little bit out of shape. I'm from that high altitude though, so I breathe better than most people. I'm from that high altitude. But it's like, what you don't want to do when you're really out of shape is run around telling people you're going to violently assault them. For our truck drivers that are in a little bit better shape, just do some matrix stuff, right? Like, if these guys throw punches as slow as they talk, you could take a 34-hour reset before that punch lands. You know, but just do some matrix shit, you know, do about three of those, and then dude's gasping for air. What you do after that is your business. I probably just record it. Like, look at this trucker that's out of breath, right? I mean, some of you might like retaliate. I don't know. I'm not really that guy, but you know, about three missed punches, and then what? And then what? I don't think much happens after that. But I just don't know what fantasy land people live in, I guess. There are still a lot of truckers that do believe that we're like living in the Wild West or something like that, and you can just go around like fighting everybody out there and things like that. But honestly, there's a reality to those things. I'm not looking to punch people. That's dumb. That's completely dumb. So, I mean, you start swinging on me for some reason, like, I mean, you would just catch charges. What a dumb thing to do. What an absolutely dumb thing to do. I didn't like this guy that I don't even know, so I just started, like, punching him, and that's goofy. It's silly. But we live in a world where everything is recorded. Seriously, like literally everything. You cannot get away with anything in this, well, I was going to say in the world anymore, but in the, modern countries, you just can't get away with things. That's not a thing that happens. And in general, but in trucking also, if your anger is so much that you're willing to screw up your own life, your own future, like get like felony charges and things, depending how far you go, attempted murder. I have no idea how far people think they're really going to go with this stuff, but is it really worth those kind of things, like like screwing up your own future because you were mad at someone over the internet or mad at something over the internet? I see a lot of things on the internet that I'm not exactly excited about, a ton of things, but I can't think of a time that it's pushed me to a point. Okay, like I said, I'm not innocent of these things, but like, say, consuming content, watching like YouTube videos, I can't think of a single time it pushed me to a point where I'm like, you know what the answer is here? Violence. Violence is the answer. To me, the answer has always been, I'm just going to click off that and I'm going to go watch something I enjoy, and then I'm going to have a really good day. And that's the cool thing about the internet in general, is there's so much content out there, so much insanity, just so much crazy things you can watch that, like, you don't even have to spend time watching a thing that you don't like. You don't have to. And it's just such a weird thing. But the ass kicking that that y'all are going to get on Fuel Island is the risk of that actually happening is like slim to none. That you're going to get your ass kicked on Fuel Island. You're out having a drink at a trucker bar and someone don't like you. The odds of you getting your ass kicked still slim to none. Still slim to none. This is not a thing that happens anymore. People aren't running around like gangsters out here punching the shit out of each other. And how do I know that? Because I've been here for a long time now. A long time. And I mean, maybe sometimes it happens. But if it was really something that happened really often, oh, we'd have so many videos of it on YouTube. Truckers fighting each other all the time. I mean, I'd be loving pulling up to Fuel Island. There would be so many massive trucking YouTube channels just based on trucker fights. And I would be in the mix. I would be out there recording too, you know. But it's silly, it's goofy. There's not fights happening on Fuel Island. And when people are like, I'm gonna catch you on Fuel Island, just take it with a grain of salt. That's all you need to think about it. You never need to consider it again. But it's so funny to see that. And still love my young truckers. I don't know. I don't watch a whole lot of the younger truckers here on YouTube, but I don't see a whole lot of threats of violence from the younger truckers. So congratulations to you guys on that. Now, that doesn't mean that I know that to be true or not, but the truth is we're all out here to just do our job. And we're all out here to just work, try to make some money. And there's not one of us out here that can afford to catch felony charges or to screw up our life in some other fashion because we felt like assaulting someone. That's just not a thing. It's so silly. Have I said silly yet? Have I said goofy? Maybe I need to expand my vocabulary and add some more words for how ridiculous the whole premise is of people. Come on. I can't even say it without laughing. We're fighting on Fuel Island. Come on now. Come on now. This ain't a thing. Oh, good Lord. Some of us are living out our childish fantasies out here. I tell you what. I tell you what. For me personally, I've been spotted by tens of, not hundreds of, tens of people that enjoy my videos, and they walk up and they see me. I would say I've probably been spotted by that many people that hate me also out there in truck stops, and never been approached in any kind of negative way. That's not to say that I'm a big scary guy. What it's to say is that the whole fucking thing's made up. That's what it is, you know. But with that said, out there drivers, I will give you a little bit of maybe parting advice. Definitely keep in mind that there are crazy people out there, okay? There are some truckers, people that hang around truck stops for some reason, and you should always be carrying something on you for self-defense. It's not up to me to decide what that is, but in the event that you know, something could potentially happen to you, this is it's not very serious, but it could happen. You always want to have something on your person where you can defend yourself, whatever that is, because every once in a while you might run into one of the crazies out there. So anyways, I think that's enough for the day. I've enjoyed talking about this, and I don't understand the reasoning behind it. Fuel Island is not fucking Thunderdome. It's Fuel Island. See you later.